to take.
Check. We're going to call that a sound check. Ain't no doubt about it. We're doubly blessed. Good morning, all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I want to remind you guys that we are going to do a video with Lee and Melanie over at Battle Bunker HQ today. So that'll be at 2 o'clock, and that'll be live on their channel. So I'll put a message out about that. We'll just chat about Pulp Alley and life in general. Ain't no doubt about it. We have Phil and Oog, Damien, Edward Hooper, DW's on here, Neil Morgan's on here, Marcus Klaus. Awesome. Doesn't look like it's. I wonder if it's schmutzy or if the focus. I'll try and clean that lens a little bit. Should do that out of habit, but I'm going to clean that lens. We will officially go live in a little less than uno minuto. Today is Dead Rise. Dead Rise is the name of the scenario, a.k.a. Perilous Jungle. Clean this lens. Vern Jeski's joining us today.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'll be right back.
All right, I'm going to wait here. Ain't no doubt about it, we were doubly blessed. Go ahead, clean all the lenses while I'm at it. Hello. Hey, what was that? Oh, I wonder where my glasses are. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, sweetheart, if you see my glasses over there, bring them back over. Ain't no doubt about it. Oh, we're a minute late. Don't rush. Don't rush. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah,
We don't count as being late unless we're at least 5 minutes late. That's what HR told me, so I'm sticking to it. This is a big production. I ought to count up the number of buttons that I have to push to get all of this silliness running. It's got to be in the thousands of tiny little buttons to click.
Yeah.
And if I forget just one of them,
You're
the
in
entire
trouble.
system collapses. The entire interweb is destroyed. That's what they tell me anyway. So the scenario today is another young Hellboy in love. Well, actually not. It's just young Hellboy, the Hidden Land. So young Hellboy, the Hidden Land. This is the compilation of the comics that, the hardback version of it. So really cool. Highly recommended the Young Hellboy stuff. I think it's a good read, good entertaining stuff. Lovely artwork, fun characters, um, pretty enjoyable. So in this one, they they're in a plane and it crashes, of course, in a jungle. And what do you know? There are scary things in the jungle that want to eat them. So this kind of represents part of that idea. So in this scenario, we have them running into some abominations in the jungle, and they're basically trying to survive. This is a 6-turn scenario. If I remember right, it's 6 turns. I better double check that. Yep, 6 turns. So really, all you have to do is survive for 6 turns. Doesn't seem like it's that difficult, but we shall see. So Bessie's going to be playing Scarlet Devil over there. And I'll be playing Hellboy, and Vern chose to play the Professor. Are you not up to it?
I guess we'll see.
I guess we'll
If
see.
I don't have to talk a lot.
You don't have to talk at all. Okay. You don't have to say a word.
It's mime it.
Yeah. We've had just mime it. Semaphore. We could get the semaphore flags out, and you could semaphore.
Just look at the camera, Bessie, and wave hello to me.
We are joined this morning by Vern Jeske, and I don't know if there's a Hall of Fame for players that have come on here and played Pulp Alley with us.
He was our first,
and there are several claims that have been made. So Bessie just said Vern was the first. So for those, and it's not for me to decide. I think historians will have to decide that. But the claim that has been made is that Vern was in fact the first. So a big howdy to Vern Jeske joining us this morning. There he is. There he is on the screen. Big Vern Jeske. There he is. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend, Vern Jeske. Not only was he the first, he may be one of the most frequent flyers as well here at Casa Pulp Alley. He has played a big number of games. So
but we always love having.
I don't know if so he was telling me that he has played like 18 games with us. That's almost hard to believe, isn't it? Yeah.
But it's been too long since the last one, so I'm glad.
It has been a long time since the last one. So yeah.
You started this in the fall of 2020.
So 3 years ago.
Yeah.
In the fall of 2020 is when we started doing our live games. And I had been talking about this for a while, the idea of doing this. And folks had suggested that we use something like Roll D20 or one of those online things where your screen is actually a virtual screen, and you roll your dice virtually and you move the characters around the virtual screen. And that's cool. Don't get me wrong. That's really cool. But I have to do what I know how to do, right? And I know how to play a game on a tabletop and scoot little toys around and roll dice. I've done that a few times. So I figured, you know what? All I really need to learn is how to hook up some cameras and just show people how it works. I was fairly sure that this concept would work. And I'd seen some people do something similar, but I felt like, if I just have a virtual player, dialing in, we should be able to do that. But eventually, I think I would like to have that virtual thing going as well. But I find this to be a little more fun so far. I don't know. I guess I'd like to know what y'all think out there. Have you played like the Roll D20 or whatever those virtual tabletops are? Does anybody play that stuff? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I guess leave a comment about it. The other thing, I have a couple other questions or three other things I'd like to talk with you. And the first one, I guess, is the most important. So I'm gonna do that first. Is I want to remind everybody that at 2 p.m. today, Central Time, in like 4 hours or whatever, Bessie and I will be joining Lee and Melanie over on Battle Bunker HQ. That's their channel. And I'll put a message on our Pulp Alley Players group or something like that to remind everybody that we're gonna be on there. And it's not a game. We're gonna basically be chatting and talking about Pulp Alley and life and the pursuit of happiness and how to change the oil in a '57 Chevy. So those will be the topics if I understand it correctly. Oh, the other things were what? Well, see, I already forgot the other things I was going to talk to you about. So I guess we'll just move on.
Yeah, let's just play.
Sounds good.
So we already rolled initiative. We have handed out cards. Here is Scarlet Devil. Scarlet.
She had the initiative.
She does have the initiative. She is starting off as the director. And even though we are playing this scenario co-op, so that means that we are friendly towards each other. We cannot treat each other as enemies. That's the one rule of co-op. And it is, if you're going to play a scenario co-op, there's really only one rules difference. And that is the other player is friendly and they are not enemies. And of course, that rule cascades out from there because that affects a lot of different stuff and your choices that you can do. So the most important thing is that she still is the director and she gets to pick who wants to activate first. So do you want to activate first? Do you want Vern or me to go?
I'll let Vern go.
Vern, just go.
So
as soon as Vern activates, Vern is the professor, which I was telling him, and it looked even better before I painted him last night. But he had white hair before, and then I gave him a brown hair last night to represent the younger version of the professor. So it's like, hey, that looks like Vern. I wonder if he'll pick that character. I want to remind the players that the area within 6 inches of the edge is perilous. You are not in a perilous area to start the scenario off, but you are standing right there close to the edge. And then as soon as you activate, you get a yellow card. We have 10 yellow cards, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11.
Who comes up with this stuff? Why is it 11?
What do you do?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. A nice round number, 11. Go ahead, Ron.
I have 12, so.
I think the 12th card is the zombie. The 12th card is just the zombie stats.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So it is not part of the draw. A random peril. All right, give the man a random peril.
2 with cunning or might.
Uh-oh. Well, he has the cunning.
Oh, yeah.
The professor has the cunning. What's his cunning?
4 die 8.
Yep, 4 to 8.
All right. So with 4 die 8, let's see. 4 die 8. Does he have any other tricks up his sleeve in addition to that? Deductive and brainy. Okay, 4 die 8. So this is just to pass the peril, and you did indeed get the 2 successes that you needed. So stumbling through the vines and thorny bushes here in the dense jungle, you passed your peril. and you may now continue your activation as normal. Is there a particular direction you'd like to move? So the professor has no brawl skill at all,
Right.
which isn't maybe particularly accurate with the comics, but it's what I decided to go with today. So the
Well, how
professor has
close-
no brawl skill. He does have some shooting, though.
How close is the monster?
It is about 4 inches.
Okay, we'll go ahead and shoot at it.
Okay. Would you like to move before you shoot?
Do you have a suggestion which direction to move?
I'd maybe move a couple more inches away from it. Maybe off towards in the direction of Scarlet. Of course, she's a long ways away, but I'm just saying in a general direction off towards her.
Sure, let's do that.
Okay. So just take a couple inches away from the zombie.
As long as we're still within short range.
You are. Yeah. I wasn't going to move you out of short range. So
Good
you
job.
are still in range. Now, the dangerous part here, boys and girls, this is a scenario of survival, right? So you have to weigh those decisions. Now, he could just run 12 inches, and that would put him well out of rush range for this zombie, where the zombie could not rush him. By staying close and making sure that he has a good chance of putting the zombie down, he's actually making it more risky, but he wants to try and thin out the zombie population. It's a risky move, right? He could play it safe and just run, or you try and take out a zombie. Vern says he's a pistol packing man, so he says
it's a
down
younger
with the
professor
zombie.
than I am right now. So.
What kind of shoots him? He's going to have 4 die 8 to roll. We're going to let Bessie do the honors here. Drop it on there, Bessie. 4 die 8. Now, for zombies, they have no dodge skill. And they have no shoot skill. So it is what was it on that camera?
Oops.
They have no shoot skill and they have no dodge skill. So in a fight, what does that mean? In a shootout, that simply means it is an unopposed attack. So all of his successes immediately become hits. 1, 2, 3. The zombie has nothing to block with, and the zombie will have to roll a 3 dice health check. And the zombie is down. Boys and girls, in this scenario, and this is one of the things that makes this scenario so deadly. The zombies are level 2, and that means they go down, and that means they have a chance of getting back up. So he hits him with a couple slugs, and the zombie falls down. But will it stay down? That's right. The question. Bessie is actually Vern became the director there.
Mm-hmm.
Vern is now the director. Vern, who would you like to activate next?
Well, nothing against you, but I'm going to go ahead and let Bessie.
All right, Bessie. What you going to do, Bessie?
For me, so.
All right.
Let's see.
Boy, this whole coaster or dice mat's really getting chewed up. I might have to give this one away. We may have to do a drawing. It's getting beat up pretty bad. So Marcus Klaus says tabletop simulators, great for loads of stuff, but I would like to see you playing Pulp Alley the old way. The old way. Tabletop stimulator.
We're not doing any plot points on this, are we?
Plot points can appear during the scenario, but at this point, there is none. So when you activate, the very first thing that's going to happen is you're going to get a yellow card. I guess I have 10 cards laying here now. Or did we put it back? What happened to that card I drew?
I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right. Why did you put it over there?
You did.
You did it.
You did it.
You did it. All right.
Was it-
You want to just pick one? Go ahead. Just pick one.
Was it a return to stack? Did it get back in the stack?
It does say return to stack, and I guess that's a good time to point that out. When something says return to stack, it is supposed to be returned at the end of the turn. It does not
Gotcha.
return immediately. I don't think. I'm fairly sure for normally when I say return to stack, I intend that to occur at the end of the turn.
All right, I got a plot point.
Oh!
What'd you
Bessie
get?
drew a plot point.
The
What's that?
doctor's bag.
The doctor's bag. So the professor's bag, when the plane crashed, the doctor's bag landed somewhere out here. So let's just put a silver button down.
1d8 inches in a random direction.
All right, let's see it.
6.
You can put it out there. Here you go. I'll see if I could find the doctor's bag, which seems like something I should be able to find. Okay, well, for this scenario, we will assume that the 6 inches where?
Over here.
Okay. All right. So there it is. Put it on
All
top.
right.
There you go. So she spots a strange bag over there. Scarlet Devil has come to investigate the crash. A crash occurred nearby. Now, Scarlet Devil, what are you going to do? The bag is within 6 inches. You rolled a 6, so you know it's close enough that you could walk over there and attempt to pick it
I'm
up.
going to attempt to pick it up.
Okay. All right. Here we go. So Scarlet Devil moves towards the bag. There she is. And she's going to attempt a peril first.
Peril is one with might.
One with might. She only has 2 dice 6 in might.
All right, 2 dice 6.
Let's see if there are any cards.
There you
I don't think so.
Disroar, stay well. Okay. All right. No cards to play. So she's got 2 dice 6 to do it with. Here you go. 2 dice 6. And she got the one she needed. Now she's going to draw her plot point challenge.
It is 2 with might or finesse.
2 with might or
I
finesse.
have 4 die 8 in finesse.
4 die 8 in finesse. But she's going to have to get 2 of these now. She's going to have to get 2 of these. The doctor's bag.
Got
And easily scores it. So she picks up the bag. Now that has its own rewards on it. Show the boys and girls the rewards there. So it has its own thing that it does. As an action, it does something.
I can immediately roll a recovery check for a horror or injury.
Okay. All right. So that basically makes Scarlet the director. So she is now the director. And there's only one character left to activate, and that is me. And I'm going to draw a card. And the card I draw is another one. Place X, Living Dead, 1d8 inches from the center of the table in a random direction. Okay, X.
1.
Boys and girls, remember when it says X, that means you draw the top card off the deck and you look at the number in the bottom corner there. That is your X number. Every time an X is required, that's where it comes from. So one more zombie appears 4 inches off that away. Sweetheart. 2.
All right.
So zombies over here.
Uh-oh.
All right. And now it's time for the zombies. No, I haven't finished
you
my
gotta do
activation.
yours.
Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I guess I'm gonna run up and club it.
Okay.
I'm gonna run up
Go
and
for it.
just try to beat it down. There's only one. There's no way I'm gonna get more than one. So I'm gonna go ahead and run up to it. Oh, this is so dangerous. Maybe I should shoot it. That's probably the smarter play, isn't it?
I don't know what your stats are.
Yeah,
2D
I'm gonna
2d6?
shoot it. I want to go try and hook up with one of my friends. So I'm gonna move about a 6-inch move. I'm gonna end up over this way, and then I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna shoot at the zombie, throwing a rock at it or something. He normally only gets 2 die 6. That'll get him his third die 6, but it'll be unopposed. He's not a great shooter, but let's see how this works. Now remember, this is young Hellboy. This isn't the big bad version, so he's only
I got 2.
a
Good.
sidekick level character. So that's 2 successes. The monster will have to roll a 2 dice health check, and the monster passes. It hits him
Oh,
solid, but the monster spins around, growling in Hellboy's mouth. Young Hellboy's mouth drops, and he's like, "Uh oh,
Uh-oh.
uh oh." All right.
how
It
far
is
away
what it
is
is.
How far away is it from you?
Like 4 inches or so.
Okay.
Okay. So here we go. So we have the monsters will start activating. NPCs activate after all of the player characters have activated. So there are kind of a minimal amount of rules in there, AI rules to kind of resolve what the NPCs are going to do. Um, You activate them, whoever's nearest a player character. So that would be the one that's right here next to Hellboy. And then the scenarios will normally tell you what the NPC is supposed to do. In this situation, the zombies are there to eat you. So it is going to rush. Give me 4. It's going to. Oh, you didn't want to play Trip up here, did you?
I thought about that, but I was also looking at your brawling. I think maybe you can handle it.
Okay, so here it comes. Roar. Roar.
Rawr.
I don't like the idea of getting engaged with this thing, but it's rolling 3 die 6 to brawl with. It's actually not. It was in a fight, so it's only going to get 2 die 6. If I dodged, if I just tried to get away from it, I would get to roll 3 die 8.
What's your brawl?
It's 4 die 8. See, that's where people make the mistake in this scenario. If I put this thing down, if I
Mhm.
put this thing down,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to have a 50-50 chance of getting back up at the end of the turn. And where is it going to appear? It's going to appear in contact with me. And that is a very, very bad thing. We're going to go with it, though, and just try. And I'll show you. It's very dangerous to brawl these things. This is not the sort of zombie game that you just go in there slugging it out with the zombies, because if you do, they are going to eat you. Here is its 2 die 6 to brawl with. It got a 4. Here is my 3 die 8 because I lost one from my previous fight. I could cook that down into 5d6. I guess I will. I'll cook it down into 5d6.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is using my quick strike ability. So I got 4 successes. Now, the zombie is not going to block. As a matter of fact, NPCs will almost never block, but a reanimated character can never block anyway. So the choice simply is not there. So as the active character, that means I'm going to take a hit, and the monster will take 4 hits. Here is the monster. The monster is down. Here is me. Young Hellboy is okay.
Right.
So at that point, it looks like, yay, everything's hunky
Yay! What
dory.
could go wrong?
There's only a 50-50 chance that it's going to get up and start chewing on my dangly bits. So the next zombie,
I got 2 closer to me.
you do have 2 over there. You do have 2. So I think one of them may actually be near
Oh.
to the prof. So he's about 8 inches from the prof. Well, he's about 8 inches from you too. So this one here, is that showing up?
I think so, yeah.
This one's also about 8 inches. So let's just resolve this one first,
Okay.
How
and
about
it will
let's
rush
throw a
at
trip
you.
up? Let's throw a
You want to play a trip
up.
up on this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So she plays Vern has a trip up card that will prevent this one from moving over 3 inches.
Thanks, Vern.
So it will, in fact, move. It's 3 inches. So we still have one more that's left, and I guess we'll roll a dice 6 and see which direction it's going to go. On a 1, 2, 3, it goes after the prof. On a 4, 5, 6, it goes after Scarlet, and it is going after Scarlet. And here it comes. So it has 8 inches to get to her, and here it comes. Rawr.
I'm going to play a breakaway.
Okay, so instead of brawling with this thing, she chooses her. This is go ahead and step back a little bit. It's a we can what this says is instead of rolling to dodge, and that's kind of important how that is said. It says instead of rolling to dodge. It doesn't say when an enemy moves into contact with you. It doesn't say when an enemy says they're going to attack you. It says instead of rolling to dodge, that's when you play this card. So when it moves over there, it will choose to fight. That means it's going to be rolling 3 dice 6. So if it misses, and also Scarlet can say, well, I'm going to choose to dodge, right? Because she would have to say, I'm going to choose to dodge to have a chance of using her breakaway. So the monster is going to roll. But if it misses with all 3 dice, she doesn't even have to play the card. And it did not miss with all 3 dice.
Typical.
But look at this. Look at this. It only got 1 success, and it was a 5. So now she does get to decide. She would normally roll 4 die 8 to dodge. So now the choice is, do you roll 4 die 8 and hope you can at least get a 5, or do you use the breakaway? And that's how it's supposed to be played. She has that choice right now instead of rolling. So we've reached that point that now it's time for her to roll 4 die 8, and all she has to do is get a 5 on one of those dice, or she could play the breakaway.
I'm going to do breakaway so I can get 3 inches.
She's going to use the breakaway. It even gives her more distance. So 3 inches off towards Hellboy, maybe?
Yeah.
All right. So she chooses to use the breakaway. She's not willing to risk that. Plus, it gets her an extra 3 inches of movement. And she breaks away from the zombie and takes off towards Hellboy. All right. That is the turn. We did not do too bad there, right? This is a game of survival. All we have to do is survive 6 turns of this. So none of us got injured.
Now
There are
let's
some
see if
bad
they
things.
stand
There are
up.
some bad things that can happen, though. Here is for the zombie that is on Vern, or it was on Vern. 4. That zombie is gone.
Bye-bye.
Yay.
Now we're going to roll for the zombie that is next to Hellboy. And
Oh,
that
look at
one,
that.
of course, stands up.
Oh,
You see
nice.
what happened there, boys and girls?
Yeah.
Because I chose to fight that, no matter what, it has caused me to remain in that spot. And that's the big difference between it doesn't matter how great your brawl skill is, this game is this scenario is going to take you down if you choose to just use your brawl all the time, because frequently zombies are going to get back to their feet and they're going to be right there on you as soon as they do. Because as a player, you would have that choice to disengage and move 1 inch away. Zombies do not do that. They want to be on you and eating you. Very dangerous play to think that you could just stand there and punch them out. And the dangerous part about that is that there are zombie games out there where you're actually encouraged to do that. This particular scenario is pretty brutal against brawlers. All
Okay.
right. That leaves me in a very precarious spot right there. Now I'm starting my turn in contact with it, and I'm not even going to get to move.
No, we add new ones or no?
We do add new ones. Yeah. Draw cards.
Is mine still the director, or did you get it?
I guess I would have become the director.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Maybe
drew a
so.
sucker punch.
Vern, you got a danger,
Okay.
and I
Danger.
got a lucky break.
Danger's pretty nice against these things because they can't dodge and they don't have particularly good stats except for might. So the other thing that happens, at the end of the turn, we should have added another one. So at the end of the turn, another one appears 7 inches. Oh my gosh, that is right on top of Scarlet, right over here in rushing range of
And I have no shoot
and you have no shoot
for
skill.
either of my options.
Yeah. But she's a heck of a dodger. She's a heck of a dodger. So that is ugly, boys and girls. Look at that. That's the new one that just appeared coming up out of the jungle there. And it sees Scarlet over there. It sees Scarlet could probably take off running and avoid it, maybe, but she's getting surrounded. Do you see this? She is getting surrounded. So this is going to be really tough.
I guess I have the doctor's bag to help me.
You do have the doctor's bag. Okay, so as we start turn number 2, and it's looking grim. It's looking grim, boys and girls.
I'm so
I
happy.
think I'm going to ask.
Me?
Yeah, I'll ask you.
Okay.
You
All right, I
activate.
get a card.
Okay, a yellow card.
Ooh, plot point.
She's gobbling up the plot points.
Right on.
She's got
Good.
Scarlet Devil.
Now, to be fair,
She spots things.
this plot point is my nemesis for this scenario.
Okay, it is the chainsaw.
chainsaw.
The chainsaw.
Oh.
I can't tell you how many times I died
Trying to get the
trying
chainsaw.
to pick up that
Trying
one
to
plot
get the
point.
chainsaw.
Oh.
I believe it's 3, possibly 2, but 2 or 3.
I think I have a little chainsaw somewhere, but I should have got these out earlier. Doggone it.
Yeah, you should have thought about that.
I should have thought about that. Oh, damn it. Okay.
That's all right.
Well, we'll just
1d8
go ahead and roll
inches, so
for
I'll
it.
do that.
Go ahead and roll for it.
7
What is
inches.
it?
Oh.
The chainsaw.
Okay. I got the card here.
Okay. 7 inches over this way. You want to just measure that and see if I'm right?
Can I see them?
Oh, it's 7
me?
inches from you.
Uh-huh.
7 inches. Oh, it's back in the temple. All right, I'm going to put it at the door here. I have one, baby.
Oh, okay.
So that's where it's going to appear. It's back at the door there.
Ooh.
All right. Well, that's a tricky spot to go for it, like you say. And it is one of those things. It's another interesting thing I like about this scenario is the idea that the plot points lure you into them. It's like, oh, there's something cool. I'll go get that. And as soon as you do, the zombies are like,
Yeah.
Who comes up with this stuff? Who
No,
comes
but I
up
really
with
want
it?
it.
I know. It's just laying right. It's out of range right now. You wouldn't be able to get 6 inches to it anyway.
I know, but I could go stand on it.
You could go stand on it. If you went over there and stood on it.
No, it would be silly.
Well, maybe. Well, all 3 zombies could get to you. All 3 zombies could get to you if you were standing on the chainsaw.
Run away.
I'll run away.
All right, where are you going?
I can run 12, right?
Yes, you can run 12.
I guess I'll go. Oh, that's not me. Oh. Woo. Maybe not. I'm gonna go stand by this bush.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So that's what I did.
All right. You is done. I guess I'll ask Vern to go next. So, Vern, you see maybe
right.
something streaking through the jungle over there. Where do you want to head off in?
Well, he gets a card.
Oh, a yellow card. You're right. Okay,
All
draw.
right. What'd I get?
Uh-oh. They're coming. You must roll a horror check. Then place a living dead 1d8 inches from you in a
From
random
your
direction.
survivor, from your character. Okay, so first is a horror check, and you're at D8 health. So, Bessie, roll that while I get the horror deck.
All right.
Passed it.
Okay, don't even need the horror deck. So he passes
Sweet.
it, and you may now continue. Oh, no, now we put a monster, right?
Yeah.
Now we put the monster.
1d8 inches.
All right, roll it.
4 inches
Uh-oh.
towards the temple.
4 inches off towards the temple. The zombies, boys and girls, this is not looking good. This is not looking good. It is 4 inches away, and it is over there. Okay. Well, now what do, Vern? Now what do? Do you just take off running? Do you try and blast it down? Do you move past it and then shoot? What do you think you
Yeah.
want to do here?
Have me go around that bush towards Scarlet,
Uh-huh.
but keep within 6 inches of the zombie that just showed up. So
All right.
wait.
So a little 6-inch move gets you around this way, and that's going to keep you at about 4 inches from the zombie, 5 inches from the zombie, and you can now try to shoot it down.
Yeah.
All right. So I did not run. I did not move you over 6 inches. Did you
Right.
want to move further than that?
No, that was it.
Okay. So you're going to have 4 die 6?
4 die 8.
4
Yep.
die 8. 4 die 8 to roll. All right. 4 die 8 to roll. Boom. So this is
4 hits.
Winner takes all. So every hit becomes or every success automatically becomes a hit because it's basically an unopposed attack. 4 dice health check, and the zombie is shot down.
Yay!
Boom. All right. All that's left is for young Hellboy to activate. So he's going to get a yellow card. And the yellow card says, "The dead rise. All survivors must roll a horror check. Then all living dead
Oh my.
move a d6 inches towards the nearest survivor."
Oh goodness.
Okay, so that's
Who
the
drew
bad thing. That,
who drew
boys
that
and girls,
He drew that. Yeah, he
is,
drew that.
is
I
the
didn't
dead
touch it.
rise. Dead rise is not a pleasant card to draw.
Yeah.
So
So
we
who
all
drew that
have to
card?
roll a horror check. So Hellboy will roll his horror check and passed. Scarlet, roll your horror check. Passed. Roll for the professor. He is shaking.
I'm so sorry.
He is shaking. 1.
No.
All right, here we go.
I better grab my deck of horror cards.
Okay.
here.
It's some good. There's good stuff in there.
On the edge.
Uh-oh.
You
That's-
can't shoot.
Okay.
But you get +1 to dodge and finesse.
You get +1 to your dodge and to your finesse, but you cannot shoot anymore. After 2 shots,
Oh, poop.
he is starting to feel a little shaken now.
Oh,
And
that's no good.
Darn it. I should have played my stay well.
That's no good.
Oh, but it's before. I can't do it after.
before a player rolls a health, reliability, or horror
Could I do it
check,
at the end of the turn?
No, it doesn't affect recovery checks. So where's the professor at?
Over there.
So professor, as long as you're carrying that around, but the nice thing is it gives you +1 to your finesse and +1 to your dodge skill. So maybe you want it. Maybe you want to keep that card.
I don't think he
know.
does.
I don't
Speaking
know.
of somebody
Maybe he does.
who has no shooting, I wouldn't suggest it.
All right. So as soon as Hellboy activates, I continue my activation now. So that was my event. And now
You're on a fight.
I have to just fight it. Now I've lost all option to do anything else, except I could try to dodge now.
Yeah,
So
get out
I
of it.
could try to dodge away from this thing, but if I did that, I'm going to end up with another zombie on me anyway.
Oh, before we do that, all the dead ones are supposed to move.
Oh yeah. Everybody moves to D6 inches towards the nearest. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Was somebody else reminding us of that? Thank you for helping out. Yeah, big thanks there.
Yeah.
Who was it? Who was it?
It was me.
So here's the D6 inches for that one that's closest to me. 3, so it moves 3 inches nearer to me. Here is for the next one there. Another 3 inches there.
Is that
Next
it?
one, 3 inches there. So
All right.
they're all moving 3 inches towards. That was all of them, right?
I think so.
Is there
Because the other
another one
guy's
over
down.
there?
I don't think so. I'll check.
Okay.
No,
All right.
just my plot point.
So they all scurried a slightly closer to the chain of event here. So now I could be staring down the barrel of having 2 zombies on me. 3. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh
That's a
my
shame.
God. I'm going to end up with 3 freaking zombies on me this turn.
Better dodge.
I'm going to try and brawl this one.
Oh, okay. Let's see it, big man.
It's all part of the plan.
Let's see it, Hellboy.
All right. So I know I'm going to get multiple zombies on me. So dodging this one isn't a huge help because I'll try and dodge one of the later ones because I'm going to have 3 zombies like trying to chew my nuggets. So I can't stand there. So it's rolling with a mighty 3 die 6. Checking my cards. It got 2 successes. That's bad. That is bad, boys and girls. That is bad. I'm going to go ahead and roll my 4 die 8. And I only got 2 successes. We know that both of these characters are going to roll their 2 dice health checks.
Failed.
Zombie is down.
Yay. Now
And
what about
then
you?
young Hellboy is also injured, boys and girls.
No.
Oh my gosh. This is going to be so bad. So that is all the player characters. And now it is time for the monsters. So young Hellboy is still the nearest target for this one. So it's going to rush.
Let's throw a danger on that guy.
Oh, okay. Give him some danger. So danger is
Encounter a random peril.
he does encounter a random peril. And it's one that we like to call free pass. Thanks, Bessie. That was sweet.
I didn't shuffle the deck.
Bessie, yeah, she shuffled.
Oh, no.
I didn't shuffle that
She
deck.
dropped that card right on top. I saw that. That card didn't even come off the deck. It
I'm
came
not
out of
even
her-
wearing sleeves.
Out of her pocket. Wow.
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
So it passed it. Let me see if I
You
have
didn't
cards.
mean it.
Somebody's
You
got to
didn't
have
mean it.
cards here.
I can play an out of ammo on him. Will that help?
Okay. I guess I'm going to end up trying to dodge it this time. I don't know. So here it comes on Hellboy. Rawr.
Right.
It's rolling 3 die 6. Do I try to dodge now? God dang it. I'm either going to be rolling 3 die 6 to brawl it because now I've been in a fight,
Could you
or I'm
cook
going
it
to be
down?
rolling what?
Cook it down. No, you can't.
No. So I'm either going to roll 3 die 6 to brawl it or 3 die 6 to dodge it. And a lot of people, when they hear that choice, they just go, well, I might as well brawl it then. But that's not giving you a good picture of what's really going on here. I'm already injured. If I get hurt again, it's going to be really bad. I've got to try and be a little bit more defensive here. So I'm going to try to dodge it. So it's rolling 3 die 6. That's not a good choice. That's not a good good odds here. I think the odds are against me, but I'm going to try and
No, it's
mitigate
fine.
some of the damage. All it got was a 6. So as long as I can get a 6 on 3 dice,
Got it.
and I did not.
Oh.
So that means I'm going to take 1 hit, and that also means that I am down. Blip.
Baby Hellboy.
Baby Hellboy beat down by the
Oh.
by the zombies.
Oh,
Baby
That's
Hellboy.
a
Baby Hellboy. So that means the other zombie won't attack me.
baby. Well, there's a silver lining.
It does have range to get to Scarlet, though.
Okay.
And here it comes.
right.
Rawr. All right, Scarlet, what
Oh,
are you
boy.
going to do?
I'm gonna dodge it.
Gonna dodge it. All right, it's rolling 3 die 6. It got a 4. All you have to do is dodge a 4.
4 die 8.
4 die 8 in dodge. And you got it. All right, and you can move
Yay.
away. Uno incho. Okay, you moved away, and that means the last one over there does not have anybody to rush, so it will simply move 6 inches towards the nearest, which will be Scarlet.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right, so it's moving up. Rawr.
Okay.
And that ends the turn. Whoo!
Oh my.
That-
Just some recovery checks.
Recovery checks. I
And
got
then-
nothing over here. Oh, we keep forgetting about your stay well.
Oh, I
What?
just set it right here and remind me to when I can play it.
Okay, so Hellboy recovers and is back on his
Woo!
feet, and he will back up 1 inch away from the zombie. I'm gonna scooch
right.
off towards Scarlet there. Uno incho. Whoo, boy. Oh, we have another recovery check. We have
We have two.
two other recovery checks. Okay, so here's a red dice and a white dice. The red one is for the one that's closer to young Hellboy. Neither of them passed, and
Yes.
both of those
Yeah.
zombies
Bye-bye.
are removed.
That's what we need.
So that one that was over there near the professor is gone, and the one that was beat down by Hellboy is
and
gone.
if we can make a recovery for my horror,
Yes, that is another recovery. So making it. Do you want to? Do you want to roll it?
yes, yeah,
Okay, here we go. You shake it off.
Yes.
yeah.
So no more
Who's
on
the,
edge.
who's the director?
Who is the director? I still have it sitting over here by me.
Would it have been Vern?
And then
For what?
do we need to deploy X out?
Yeah. So here, Vern, you're the director now.
Oh, okay.
It has been decided 8 inches straight.
I'm like a
towards-
lightning rod for these guys. It must be my big bosomy brain.
Flaming
Mhm.
red hair. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 8 inches. Oh my gosh. And it comes up out of the vines and the dirt just a few feet away from Scarlet.
That's in both
And it
Sheriff I ever saw some.
Comes right up out of there. Maybe they're coming out of that temple over there. Maybe that's where they're coming.
You
from.
think?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cards.
Cards.
All right,
Let's
Vern,
get some good
you got a
cards.
Yeah.
sidestep.
Sidestep. That'll give you a +1 to your dodge.
I got a stumble.
Okay.
You got I'm all right, my friend.
And I'm all right. Which I may end up needing. Okay. Whoo, boy. Well, who's going to go first here?
Yeah. I think I will go ahead and move up to the one that's nearest me that's threatening Scarlet.
Okay. All right. Move up so you have close range. How close do you want to be to Scarlet?
I don't mind being close to Scarlet, but within 6 inches of the nearest zombie.
Oh yeah. Well, you're only like 8 inches away right now. So you, at most, at least you need to move a couple inches.
Yeah, let's move it about 3 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So 3 inches towards the zombie.
Yeah, and Bessie, what was the card that you got me?
You got a sidestep?
Sidestep.
Okay. I was busy listening to you guys and wasn't paying
Okay.
attention.
So I guess you're going to shoot from there, and that's
Yeah.
going to get you up to 4 die 8. And here is the roll. 2 successes. It will have to roll a 2 dice health check, and it is down.
Yay! Bloop, bloop.
All right. Who do you want to go next, Vern?
I think Hellboy. He's wounded. He might want to think about getting.
He's in a real pickle here. I mean, I was
Yeah.
thinking about trying to run to try and find a gap somewhere. So I have he's injured. I do have
Can you run through the temple and get the chainsaw?
The terrible thing is that there's another zombie waiting for me over there.
Oh, okay.
There's another zombie on the other side of that bush, waiting there, lurking,
Okay.
waiting for the candy to. Let's see. How good is the chainsaw anyway?
It gives you
Plus
plus
one to
one
Get
brawl.
an extra dice on your brawl.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, I have to remember that I have shooting too. I have to remember that I actually do have some shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right. I guess that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull back 6 inches this way over towards the professor. And then I'm going to shoot that zombie that is right there in front of Scarlet. So I'm going to pull back to a 6-inch move. And then I'm going to try and shoot that zombie down. I'll have 3 die 6. Scarlet hasn't activated yet. Yeah, that's all I will have is a 3 die 6. Okay. And got nothing.
Oh, rats.
Man.
Well, it's young Hellboy. He's a baby Hellboy. All right, so that was my chance to do something, and I blow it. So, Bessie, what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Remember, you have that option to become pretty buff there if you choose.
Yeah.
So you could. She's not a great brawler in either way, so it's not like you want to just go run up there and try and smack one down. But she doesn't have any shooting at all. I guess you have to decide at this point where you want your character to be. Do you want to move back behind them? Do you want to, as an action, you can shape change? I don't know.
I can move and shape change.
Yep, you can move and shape change.
I guess I'll back up a bit.
Okay.
Oh dear. And I'll shift myself.
Okay. So all of a sudden, she whips off her clothes.
And I turned very hairy.
and then we
All of that
realized.
hair was stuck in that tiny little
I did-
bikini.
I didn't take mine.
And changes it. So I want to keep you 6 inches away from the edge, and you are good. All right. So I want to give you the option here, sweetheart, because right now I would maybe say that we're both about an equal distance for the zombie. Did you want to be nearer to the zombie or further away than Hellboy?
I was
Huh?
fine with equal.
Equal. Okay. All right. So it'll just be a roll off then, because those two zombies are definitely going to get on us this turn. Somebody. Okay. So that's where we're at. We're down to the zombies activating now. So that nearest zombie, we'll just roll a dice for it. 1, 2, 3. It'll be on Hellboy. And it is. So it will rush Hellboy. Rawr. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to. Let's see. I've been in a fight. Doggone it. Down to 3 dice 6 to brawl or 3 dice 6 to dodge.
Could you have shot at him?
I could have shot, but I would still be at 3 dice 6 either way. So 3 dice 6 to shoot, 3 dice 6 to brawl, or 3 dice 6 to dodge. I'm gonna get that other zombie on me too.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, it's definitely nearer to me than it is to you.
Aw.
So I'm gonna go ahead and brawl this one. I'm gonna roll 4 dice 6 after it. And because I'm gonna go ahead and use my sucker punch to get an extra dice. So it's rolling 3 dice 6, and I'm rolling 4 dice 6. It got all successes. Well, there goes Hellboy again.
No.
And I got 2 hits against it.
When do you play the stay well?
You play the stay well right now instead of me rolling a health check.
Bam.
So instead of rolling the health check, she plays stay well, so Hellboy survives. Let's see if he knocks the zombie down. The zombie is down.
Yay.
Blip.
Plunk.
Yay! And then the next zombie attacks. So the next zombie comes in. And now I think I'm going to have to try to dodge. Because I don't want... If that other zombie got up, then I would have 2 zombies on me at the start of the turn. And that's going to be really bad because when I activate, I would have to deal with both of them and split my dice. I'm telling you, boys and girls, brawling, you just got to really think. If you're going to be a brawler in this scenario, you really got to think about when to dodge. So I'm going to have to try and dodge this one. So I'll have 3 dice 6 against it. It'll have 3 dice 6 coming at me, and those are not good.
Here, let's give you a side step.
Unfortunately, Vern, it does say before you roll, so that is not one that you can play on a friendly character.
All right.
Sorry, bud. I appreciate the offer, but
We are a team.
That is a Vern card. Okay.
That's bullshit.
Let me see if I have anything. Okay, here is the roll. It scores a 5 and a 4. Oh my God! Can I dodge that? Can I get a 5 and a 4?
You can dodge that.
You got it.
Yes, a 5 and a 4 will dodge a 5 and a 4. That is exactly what I needed, and I will dodge 1 inch away. Okay. Now we still have 1 zombie left in play, and it is back there. And it's basically going to have to try to either move around. All right. It can go through this perilous area. All of these circles, all of the terrain on the table is perilous. So every one of these little circle pieces on the table are perilous areas. Now, the zombie is still slowed down for moving through there, but it will automatically pass the peril as an NPC. So it'll move 6 inches through. It can't rush through there because it still slows it down, but it gets to there. And that'll end its activation. Holy crap. That ends the turn. That ends the turn, and we got recovery checks. All right. See if young Hellboy, I could use. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I have I'm all right, and it can be played on a recovery check. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use that I'm all right and shake off that injury.
Wise move.
That feels, I have a 50-50 chance. I'm gonna roll. I bet you I can
Let
make
it-
it.
Yeah.
No, just let it go.
All right. All right. They're not letting me roll. They take the dice away from me. Probably for the best. It's an intervention. But we have 2 zombies that need to roll. So this is one here. It is gone. Here is for the other one. It is gone. So maybe it's a good idea that they don't let me roll. Just roll for the monsters. That's all they want me to roll for. So both of the down, man, can you imagine if they had gotten back up? That leaves
But
us
they
with
didn't.
two zombies on the table right now. But
No,
at
3.
the end of
Oh no, just 2. Yeah.
at the end of the turn, we'll get a third one. 1 inch from the center of the table, so it's actually inside the temple, right there. So for the record, this spot right here was the center of the table.
All right.
Okay, let's draw cards. Pull a bullet. We're starting turn 4.
Who's the director? Still Vern? Or...
I think it's still Vern. We'll
Yeah,
say it's
so.
Vern.
Okay. Vern, you got an uncanny.
Uncanny.
All right.
I got a misfortune.
Misfortune.
You got
And I
an
drew an
uncanny.
uncanny. Okay. All right. So we already added our new zombie. So we have 3, and I'll try and give you a good picture here, Vern.
There
We're
they are.
almost in a position that if all 3 of us simply moved away, we could stay away from the zombies at this point. Because if they cannot rush us, then they will only move 6 inches. So potentially, let's just double check.
Can you move
here.
me back? I'm going to go ahead and activate my guy.
Okay.
If he could move me back so that I'm still within six inches of the nearest one, but farther away from the other one.
Okay. All right.
So he's over 6 inches now.
Okay. So that's going to be pretty dangerous, but pulling you back, something like that.
Yeah. Is it?
So,
and so we're more than 6 inches away from the far one.
You're more than 6 inches away from both of 2 of them, but remember they can rush 12 inches.
Right.
So I mean, potentially they could still get to you.
Yeah.
You would have to move over 12 inches from them if you wanted them to not be able to rush you.
But I'm still within 6 inches of the one in front of Hellboy, right?
That is correct.
Okay,
you
then
are.
we'll go ahead
and that will get you 4 die 8 to shoot.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
All right. 4 die 8 to shoot.
Oh, he gets a card.
Oh, a yellow card. Yellow
right.
card.
Right.
You say that like it's a good thing, Bessie.
I mean, it's a plot point.
Man's best friend, right?
Unseen danger, that's a peril.
Okay, it
Unseen
is.
danger is a peril.
2 with finesse or cunning.
2 with finesse or cunning. You have 4 die 8 in cunning.
Do you want to do a focus?
Yeah, let's throw a focus on there.
Okay, 5d8. 5d8, you only need 2. Easy peasy, you got it.
Ooh, just barely.
Oh,
That was-
easy peasy.
That was 2 successes.
Easy peasy. You
But
got
we're fine.
it.
You're fine. You made it. We're fine. We're good.
So now we'll go to the shootin'. 4 die 8 to shoot. And this is an unopposed attack. Zombies don't know what to do about that. 3 hits. That means a 3 dice health check. And zombie is down. Blip, blip.
Okay.
All right. Vern, who do you want to activate next?
Why
We
don't
have
we have
two
Hellboy go
zombies
next?
that could still get to us
Hellboy's
this
next.
turn. Who?
Hellboy.
Oh,
next, yeah.
okay.
Get a card.
Okay. Draw a card. Another one. Place X living dead 1d8 inches from the center of the table in a random direction.
X is 2.
2. New
Two.
zombies appear. Well, that's unpleasant. All right. So one of them is going to appear 8 inches the other way. Well, that's lovely news.
Helpful.
That is exactly what we needed. So 8 inches off this away. It actually appears in that
Bush.
in the bush. So it's all the way back there. No, let me forget about that one. And the other one, 6 inches that away. Okay, so it's just 6 inches off this away. We'll put it right at the edge of the bush, right there. Well, that's pretty tricky spacing there. Well,
What's this guy? Yeah.
those are gone. Okay. Well, gosh, what's Hellboy do here?
Did we? You pulled a bullet, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on.
So this
we're
is
on
turn number 4, boys and girls.
Yeah.
Turn number 4. So I think I want to just pull back. I mean, I have two options here. I either move forward and brawl.
You could shoot.
Right. But I think I'm going to pull back and shoot.
Okay.
Pull back and
Sounds
shoot.
good.
Yeah.
But I only have 2 dice. So if I pull back very far, I'm going to lose one of my dice.
Right.
But that also means I'm going to have zombies all over me. Oh, well, I guess that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull back and remain in front of the professor. But I'm going to pull back in such a way that I keep Hellboy in front of the professor. And from there, I'll still have my 3rd dice of shooting by being in short range and continue to throw rocks at these things. And I got a 5, and that's enough to make it roll a health. Oh,
no, it's
it
not.
is not.
Oh,
Do we have anything to add?
They are reanimated, boys and girls. So what reanimated means, and it's a very clear rule, means they automatically pass all 1 dice health checks. If you're rolling more, if you hit them with 2 hits, then they roll it as normal. It doesn't mean that they automatically subtract 1 from every time they suffer a hit. It simply means they automatically pass all 1 dice health checks. So it will just slough that off. The rock hits it upside the head. Its head wobbles a little bit, and then it keeps coming forward. Yes, right there, if we'd have had a bad news, we could add that on top of that and get the extra hit. But we
I don't
ain't
think a
got
stumble is worth playing, do you?
No, because it'll still be in range no matter what happens. So, all right. So Bessie's going to draw a card because she's the last character to activate.
I want this one.
You want that one?
Man's best friend.
Man's best friend. D8
Boy.
inches from Bessie is man's best friend.
I'm glad we brought her along because she's getting all
6.
thoughtful.
I know. 6 inches towards the temple. Right there is man's best friend. And what does man's best friend do if you complete it?
The
character holding this plot point ignores all multiple fights penalties.
Okay. Man's best friend.
Muscles of steel. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. That plot point is now in play. So you hear some barking coming over from the area of the temple, and there's old Mac. A little worse for wear, but there he is. So it's your activation.
I know. What am I going to do?
Well, you could go into ass-kicking mode and run up there and try and beat one down. We're
Alright.
basically going to have to survive 3 turns. So you want to go for it?
Yeah, let's go. For
It also means that both of the other zombies will get on you as soon as
I
they
have a fairly
activate.
decent dodge,
Okay. So here she
and
comes.
I have muscles of steel. So
Yep. So your injuries won't count against you as far as everything anyway.
all right, 4
so
die 8.
Mac is going in, or sorry, red. Scarlet. Scarlet is going in. Guess we'll roll it there.
Okay.
It will fight back. It has 3 die 6 to brawl you back. Two successes. They're big ones, though. She got a couple 8s in there.
All right.
The zombie scores 3 successes. How do you play that, Scarlet? Do you?
Let's take them all.
She says take them all.
Yeah.
You're going to have to roll a 3 dice health check.
Wow.
Do we have anything?
Nothing I can
No,
help
that's
with.
as an action.
Okay. Do we have anything to help her?
I don't think so.
I don't see anything there. I don't see anything over here. Okay. You're going to have to roll. Are you sure you want to do that? You could.
What
There's
else am I
no
gonna
reason.
do?
Yeah. Even if you blocked 2 of them, you'd have to roll a 1 dice health check. That's mitigating your chances of being injured because you're going to have 2 more zombies on you.
I know, but I
this
have
turn.
muscles of steel, so I'm.
You're just going to
I'm
go
okay with
for
it.
it? All right. So she's going to roll a 3 dice health check. You are the active character. You can do it. Wish I had something. Don't got nothing. Pass it.
Ah.
No. Okay, so she is injured. Oh my
I
gosh.
got a boo boo.
And it's going to have to roll a 2 dice health check. And it is down.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So when they activate,
Uh-huh.
we'll send this one over here. We'll move in. And it's rolling 3 dice at you. Now, do you want to brawl it with 3 die 8 or dodge with 3 die 8?
We'll try one more brawl.
Okay. So she's going to brawl it with 3 die 8. Here is the attack. It gets a 6. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And she is rolling d8s because she has muscles of steel.
Right.
Her brawl is not affected by injuries.
Right on.
And she gets 1 success. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
1 success, boys and girls. And that means it will slough that off. And the
Can I stumble him now?
You could stumble him. Yeah.
Let's
you
do
could
it.
stumble him. Okay, so he's going to stumble. Go ahead and roll for the. I'll roll it for its health check. It did pass its health. I don't know why I rolled.
We'll say it was for me.
All of that. Okay, we'll say it was for you. So I don't remember.
So X.
Yeah.
It is 1.
1
in
inch
a random
in the
direction.
random direction. Off this way. So basically knocks it back.
All right.
But you still have 1 more.
Yep.
And it is coming out of the temple. Roar. Roar. So now you can either brawl with
2 die
2
8
die 8
or dodge with
or
3 die 6.
dodge with 3 die 6. 3 die 6.
I guess 3 dice.
Or 2 die 8.
Let's give her a sidestep.
Sorry, Vern. It says
that's
before
for
you
me.
roll.
That's
you
for me.
can't,
That's right.
You can't play that on another player.
I'll dodge it.
That's a shame.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. So it is rolling 3 die 6 to attack. Well. That's why you always want Dave to roll for the bad guys.
Except I'm
3
dodging.
1s. 3
Yay.
1s means absolutely nothing. Too bad I wasn't rolling up a D&D character. So now you get to move backwards. Now, just for the record there, boys and girls, to disengage, all you have to do is say that you're choosing to dodge
and avoid taking any hits. Since both of those are now met, she said she was going to dodge, and it's impossible for her to take any hits. So that means
Right.
she gets to disengage. She doesn't even need to roll. She doesn't even have to roll in this situation. So she gets to take that 1 inch backwards.
Yay.
And that ends the turn right there. That was a good move, I think. on your
There's
part.
the homeboy in the bushes.
Oh, that one back there. That one back there will move 6 inches forward. All right. That ends the turn. We're coming into the home stretch here, boys and girls. We are coming into the home stretch.
Recovery check.
We're going to put the yellow cards back.
And we add a zombie, and we do recovery checks.
Why don't you get that recovery check going?
Okay.
Who are you rolling for?
Oh, me.
All right, here you go, Bessie.
Shakes
Got
it
it.
off. She recovered.
Yes.
Who are you
Zombie
rolling
behind
for?
me.
Okay.
Oh,
He
no.
recovers. And that's it. Is that it? Any other recovery checks?
This guy.
Oh, okay. I can see him.
Oh, no.
So, Bo, look at that. Look at that.
Oh.
I should have made you roll. What was
Boys
doing?
and girls, look at
Remember-
that. Oh, the zombies are all around us.
Ooh, that's good.
We're starting turn 5. We're drawing cards.
Is Vern still the director?
We'll say he's the director.
Okay, Vern, you got a bad news.
Bad news.
news.
Turn
Okay.
1 turn late, but maybe it'll help.
I got an unseen peril.
That's nice.
You got a disarmed.
More useless cards.
I know, too
Okay.
bad we don't have a discard ability.
I know. I like those discard
I know.
abilities.
I've gotten really used to them, so
Yeah.
when I don't have them, I'm like, oh.
All right. What are we going to do next? So this is turn 5. We only have to survive 2 more turns. This
Right.
turn and 1 more turn. Do we just take off running?
But we didn't add a.
We're going to add a new one. Okay.
Mm.
2 inches off that away is going to, we're going to put it at the entrance over there.
By my plot point.
Yeah. It's actually sitting right on top of the plot point.
All right. Yeah,
So
we'll
that's
go ahead
where
and
it
activate.
appears.
So what'd we
we-
draw?
You got bad news.
Bad news is what you drew.
No, I mean when I activate.
Oh.
Yep.
Yellow
Oh,
card.
the yellow card.
Dun, dun, dun.
These are, what is it?
Roll a horror check, then place a living dead 1d8 inches from your survivor in a random
Oh, no.
direction.
First is the horror check. All right, Bessie.
Well, I used up all my good when I got up all those stupid zombies.
Okay, give the man a yellow card.
Okay.
Give the man a yellow card.
Can I after I roll, can I use my uncanny there? No, I guess it doesn't matter. No, I can't.
You are correct. You are correct. Yeah. Uncanny is used for a challenge. That was a horror
Yeah.
check, so
Right.
you cannot use. That's a really good question, though, for folks out there. It is not a challenge. It's a check.
Okay. What did I get? What did I get?
You got shaken.
Shaken. You have
Sure.
-1 to your finesse, -1 to your cunning, and you cannot rush an enemy.
Not terrible.
Not terrible considering the situation.
Considering I don't ever want to rush enemy. Yeah.
Right.
Correct. But you are shaken.
Shaken.
Not stirred.
It did not affect your shooting, however.
Thank goodness.
And this is where we just have to decide whether or not we're going to take off running.
Are we hauling?
I don't know that we could actually get away from them all at this point. Because
what's
we
it look
stay-
like there? Let me see that.
Okay. So let me give you a bird's eye view if I can, everybody out there. So this is the professor.
Mhm.
Where I have my finger here. Here is Hellboy.
Yeah.
Here is Scarlet. There's a zombie here. zombie here, zombie here, zombie here, and another one over behind the temple, and another one over here. So there are.
So is this our patch, and then just deal with that one?
Yeah. Where Bessie was just pointing, I'm going to go that direction.
How far?
But keep me within 6 inches of. Boy. Put me within 6 inches of the zombie that's behind the dog.
What do you think, Bessie? What do you think? What do you want to do?
What do you mean? What do I want to do? It's not my turn.
Okay, here we go. So to keep you within 6 inches of the, did we draw a yellow card?
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
horde.
That was the yellow card. Okay. So I don't know that anybody's going to go for that plot point. I don't know. I might. So moving this way, I can move you 6 inches this way and keep you within 6 inches of the zombie that is right there in front of her. So from right there, you would get your 4 dice of shooting.
Yeah, that's what we're aiming for.
All right, 4d8. And it'll just all go through. So it's going to have to roll a 3 dice health check.
Mm-hmm.
And it failed, and it is down.
Yay.
Blip. Boy, the prof has been a dead eye with
I
his
know.
revolver.
Yeah, well, just
All right.
don't ask me to get up close and personal. Yeah.
Hey, boys and girls, if you haven't already, please take a moment right now and hit that like button for us. If you're not a subscriber, you ought to be. Get subscribed to our little channel. Hit that bell. If you're already a subscriber, hit the bell so you get a notification when we upload a video. Also, I want to remind you that at 2 o'clock today, Bessie and I will be over on the Battle Bunker HQ channel doing a little conversation with Lee and Melanie. So I hope you would take the time, if you can, join us at 2 p.m. today over on the Battle Bunker. I can't say it.
Battle Bunker
You know what I mean.
HQ.
All right. So he has moved and he is shot, and Vern is still the director. Vern, who do you want to activate next?
Let's see get that close up view again.
Okay. There you go. So Scarlet, the ape, is just kind of in there in the midst of them. Hellboy is back here.
So yeah, let's have Scarlet make a move.
Okay, Scarlet, what are you going to do?
First, I get a yellow card.
That's right, the yellow cards. Get something cool.
She finds a shotgun.
No.
They're
You must roll a
everywhere.
horde check. If there are 2 or more living dead within 12 inches.
And
We're
there are.
very close to
Okay.
that.
So it just means she's going to have to roll a horror check.
Mm-hmm.
Get your hand off the horde deck.
I'm getting ready. I'll go ahead and pick out a card just for you. I'm going to pick a good one just for you. I'm putting that one right there on top.
I'm out there with you. I'm in front of you.
Oh no.
Oh, and moot. On edge. +1 to my dodge, +1 to my finesse. Can't shoot.
Great.
Can't shoot anyway.
And that
Oh,
extra +1 to the dodge is actually kind
I
of
know.
nice. All right,
that's
what are
my
you going to
plan.
do? Good thing Vern put that card back for you.
Yeah.
What are you going to do now?
I'm just going to sit on this guy and next to me.
You're going to do what?
So am I just going to go sit on this guy?
Oh,
and-
go pound him?
Yeah.
Okay, is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
All right. So she sees a fella, and she's going to give him a pounding.
No. Something to consider, Bessie.
Mm-hmm.
If you get that dog, you won't be. Let's see. The dog.
Yeah, it won't be affected by
you-
the multiple fights penalties.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right, I'll try the dog.
Okay, you want to pick up the pooch. Now, in this instance, you get to decide what side of it you want to be on. So where would you like to position yourself? I'll let you just show me where you want to be. All right. So she's going to move around onto that side of the pooch and draw her peril.
2 with might or finesse.
Well, she's got
I have 2 die 6 and finesse plus an extra one, so it's. Oh wait, no, I have 4 die 8.
4
and
die
might.
8 and might.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Right on.
Okay, got the 2
Yeah.
successes she needed to pass the peril, and then the plot point is 3 with shoot.
Was that a challenge?
Yes, it was.
Can I play this and get 2
Yes.
cards?
Yep. All right, so stop.
Oh.
So that card would have been what she drew if she played her lucky break. So we're gonna give her that card plus the next one. So I jumped the gun a little bit there and drew the wrong card. So we're gonna go ahead and just give her that card plus the next one. So she got an unseen peril and a clear shot. So now let me double check and make sure there's any other cards to play. No. Okay. All right. So now we'll draw the challenge.
2 with cunning or might.
2 with cunning or might. So she has her 4 die 8 and might again. Okay.
Damn it.
1 success.
Ugh.
Oh no.
1 success. Mac does not recognize her in ape form.
Stupid Mac.
And is not quite willing to go along. He's a little confused by that.
Well, I guess
holds
Hellboy
off.
can run over and get him.
Oh.
Okay. All right. I'll try it. So I'll do the same thing. I'll move over there and get next to right up next to Mac and the ape. And from there, I'll try to do the plot point.
All right, you ready?
Draw me a card.
2 with cunning or might.
2 with cunning or might, and he's got 3 die 8 in might. And that's what I'm rolling. And
Yay!
got it. So pass
And we
the
already.
peril.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I moved the card. Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That was the challenge. 2 dice with. Oh wait. Stuck on it. I'm going to go back again. I'm going to put that card back. Oh wait, that was the challenge. Okay. I have a card to play too.
Okay.
When I pass a challenge, I'm going to draw 2 cards.
Okay. You got a stunned and a bad luck.
And a bad luck. Okay. And then I'm going to play buy some time and draw 2 more cards.
Okay. You got
There you go.
parlay and I'm all right.
That's
Ooh.
candy. That was candy, boys and girls.
So,
Parlay and an I'm all right. That's
Right
like
on.
that is huge. That is huge.
there you go.
That might get us through this.
So you
That
just
should
want
get us
to
through.
roll 1 success with cunning or might.
All right, and I'll be using might. All 3 die 8. Got it. And that will put the pooch will join Hellboy. Mac is coming along for the ride. So now Hellboy will not suffer multiple fights penalties. Yep. Okay. And now we've all 3 activated, and it will be their go.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, do we do the parlay now?
I don't know. I have some out of ammo. I mean, unseen peril.
Unseen perils.
Uh-huh.
I think we either do it now or we do it on the 6th
I like
turn.
do it on the 6th turn.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and let them activate this turn. Or we're going to go
Okay.
ahead and play out this turn with the fights and
Oh, we
everything
don't need
this
this
turn.
anymore.
So the first one it's going to activate, where are they again? Is there one?
Way over there.
There's one way over there. So these are definitely the nearer ones here.
Mhm.
So, and
All right,
remember,
so the
Dave's-
one that is
Dave's the
nearest
director,
to,
so-
what did he say?
You're the director now.
Oh, okay. So the one that's nearest to the ape will activate and she drops an unseen peril on it. So she's going to draw a peril and it's going to have to roll 1 with might or finesse. Well, it has 3 dice 6 in might. 3 dice 6 in might, so that's going to be easy peasy, and it gets past the peril. And now you could either drop another one on it, or you could let it go. You want it to go, or drop another peril on it?
What'd you do?
Yeah, go ahead and drop another one. Okay, so here's its peril, 2 with might or finesse,
Son of a.
because it has the might on there. This time it did not make it. It takes 2 hits, and it goes down.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right. Now this next 2, we're going to give them 50-50s.
Okay.
Yep. So we have the next one is going to be, no, I'm not, because this one's obviously nearer to Hellboy. So it will rush Hellboy.
Are you gonna shoot him?
I guess I'll brawl it.
Brawl it?
I guess I'll brawl him. So I'm going to go with 4 die 8 in brawl, and it has 3 die 6 in shoot. Here is the 3 die 6. It got a 5. Here is Hellboy. I got 2 successes. Whew. All right, so we'll just take them. Here is for the monster. Down. Here is for Hellboy. Fine. Next one that activates will have a 50-50. This one, 1, 2, 3 Hellboy, 4, 5, 6 Scarlet, 4, 5, 6 Scarlet, and
Okay.
it's coming after Scarlet. All right. So it has 3 die 6 to attack you with.
I guess 4 die 8.
4 die 8 to brawl.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. 2 5s. 2 5s, and it wants to rip a new one right through that 8.
Dang.
A6, boys and girls. A6. And what happens when you roll one hit?
Can we
against
give
a
bad
zombie?
news as well and give another hit?
You could play the bad news, boys and girls. Bad news. He plays a bad news on it. That adds an extra hit. And now the monster will actually have to roll a 2 dice health check. 2 dice health check. And it is down.
Yay.
Clobbered into the ground like a tent peg. And the monster also has to roll.
Okay, I'm not a monster. I'm me. Just 'cause I'm not wearing the bikini doesn't mean I'm a monster.
I don't think you're wearing the bikini anymore.
I just said because I'm not wearing the bikini doesn't make me a monster.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I passed it.
Remember, Dave, she knows where you live.
I know where you live.
Oh.
Be nice.
Oh. So we still have
2 more.
2 more.
On
so
the backside.
one that's over here,
Mhm.
if I can grab it, will also rush the ape.
Okay.
It has 3 dice 6 coming at you. 5 and a 6. What are you going to do this time? Do you dodge? Do you brawl? I guess we should have asked you that
I know, we
before
shoulda.
rolled, but
I guess I'll dodge it in case.
okay.
Well, no. Let's knock it down.
Okay.
3 die 8 because I was in a fight.
Okay. And she is fighting. The beatdown from the big ape. She gets 2 successes. That's what she needs. All right. So the monster will not block, and both characters will have to roll a 2 dice health check. The monster is active, and it is down. And she is piling up the zombies.
Yeah.
Will she finally be injured?
No.
No.
Nope.
The ape
No time
is
for it.
unstoppable.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Bird.
You bet.
We have 1 monster left, and it is within rushing range, and it's coming after the ape.
All right.
Oh, stack
3
them up.
die 6 from the monster. 3 die 6. It got a 5. What are you going to do? Why do I keep forgetting to ask you before I roll? You're supposed to ask before you roll. I just get so excited. I want to roll. I want to roll. All right, now you know.
I know, it's a
now
5.
you know. It's going to get a 5. Are you going to try to dodge, or are you going to try and brawl it
Well, with the
two
5,
dice? Brawl it
I'll
with
brawl
2
it.
dice?
Yeah.
Okay, she's brawling.
This is an illegal move, kids. Illegal.
All right, let's see what you get. Okay, you got a 6, it got a 5. You're going to have to roll a 1 dice health check. It will roll. It will not roll. It will
not roll
automatically
anything.
pass. Make sure we don't have anything else. So it automatically passed a 1 dice health check. So
And that's called
and
karma.
so did the ape.
Yeah.
The ape passed its health check as well, and that ends the turn. So we've got this.
we got recovery checks.
We've got this in the bag. Doesn't matter at this point because I'm holding on to a parlay.
Right.
So lots of recovery checks. Lots of recovery checks to roll here. So I'm gonna just start here and kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1,
Up.
2.
Up.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
That was probably in contact
Yeah.
with either one or both.
3.
of those. Up.
I think we had that parlay. 4.
Up.
Wow, bro.
My goodness.
5.
No. See, that's average.
Oh.
Perfectly average roll. Perfectly average roll.
Oh,
I don't know what you're going on about. See, one of them didn't get back up. The next thing that occurs is that we.
can you roll for my shaken? I'd like to get rid of that.
Oh, he wants to get rid of his shaken. Are you sure? Doesn't that actually help you?
No.
No, it does not help you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you get rid of it.
I'll keep mine on the edge.
She's keeping her on the edge.
All right.
Okay. So, and for the record, it is optional. You don't have to roll to try and get rid of something. So
We add a zombie.
we had a zombie.
Okay.
I think this is 6 inches off this way, and I think this is relatively moot at this point because now I don't think there's anything that can stop us from winning this. Although there's tons of zombies out here, and they would probably overwhelm us. So here is for me. I drew a bad news.
Vern, you got a stunned.
Stunned is
Okay.
what you got, Vern.
I got a breakaway.
And then, so it does get a little bit tricky here because we're actually in contact with a couple zombies. We'll say one is on the ape and one is on me. Unfortunately, at this situation, I would love to be able to make the NPCs go first, but I can't. So that means we have to activate first. So I'm going to ask Scarlet to activate. What do you want to do here? Oh, I guess you're going to get a yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not as
Cut and
sewn
dry?
up as I think.
Yeah.
Place X living dead 1d8 inches from the center of the table.
X
1.
5 inches off that way. Okay. 5 inches off this way. Okay. So another one appears back over here. All right. Now what are you going to do? You have activated. A fight automatically starts for boys and girls out there. When you activate in contact with an enemy, that means a fight automatically begins.
Should I fight it or should I
Now-
dodge it?
That's up to you. That is up to you.
I don't know.
Well, I'd just go ahead and brawl it.
Okay.
I don't think there's
Let's
any
brawl it.
reason not to. So you have 4 die 8 going after it. It has 3 die 6 coming back at you.
Give me the cup.
The ape is going to try and beat this one down. She gets a 7 and an 8. It fights back with 3 die 6. Gets a 6 and a 4. How do you want to play it?
Take them all.
Take them all. So you're going to have to roll a 2 dice health check. She failed and she is injured. It will roll a 2 dice health check
my.
and remain on its feet.
No.
For the record, NPCs can never become the director. So that was her activation. I'll activate and I'll basically do the same thing. So I will attack as well. So I'll have 4
First up,
die 8.
pull a yellow card. Pull roll a yellow card?
Yes. Yellow card. Blood curdling scream. Roll a horror check for your survivor. So horror check for me. 7 passes.
All right.
And now I'll fight. 4 die 8. Brawling. 1 success.
You have something to add?
Son of a biscuit eater.
You had a bad news.
I do have a bad news. So here is its attack. You got 2 6s. I'll go ahead and add my bad news to make it roll a 2 dice health check. I'll roll a 2 dice health check. I'll pass. It failed and is down. Blip.
Yay.
Vern, it is your activation.
All right.
I think you can shoot this guy.
Yep, you could. You might
Yeah,
not
let's
even
do
have
that.
to move.
Let's do
you're
that.
within 6 inches of it right now.
Yep.
Shoot it down. Okay.
Yep.
4 die 8 after it. 4 successes. It will
Woohoo!
simply have to roll a
Really
4
like-
dice health check. Boy, I tell you what, shooting has been super effective in this scenario. It has really been the way to go.
That's
And
about
and
all
boys and girls, I want to remind you again, that really is a better option when you're dealing with zombies.
We didn't
You
do a
don't-
yellow card.
You don't really want to.
Yeah.
You don't really want to draw peril for your survivor. 2 successes with cunning or might was your yellow card. Are you
Okay.
sure we didn't do one for him? He passed it.
No.
So
No, we didn't.
nothing changed there.
Okay.
So you passed your yellow card, then you shot the zombie down. Dodging and shooting are the 2 things that are going to really keep you alive. Now, we got pretty lucky in this scenario, and
Mhm.
also having 3 characters out there meant a lot
Yeah.
too. That worked out really nice for us, and we were able to keep our characters up through all of it.
Mhm.
Even though Hellboy was actually down and could have been gone
Yeah.
in
Right.
this scenario. So this really was pretty tight. So as soon as they activate a character, I'm going to play parlay, and that will prevent characters from fighting for the rest of the turn, and that is enough to bring this scenario to a close. That was a
Yay.
lot of fun.
Congratulations,
lot
you
of fun.
guys. Well done.
You too, Vern. You were the star of the show.
So I remember the
That
2 things
gun.
I was going to ask you earlier. One, I've been contemplating these things. And I just wonder how many of you out there like watching other. Do you watch other channels do this? Because I do occasionally. Occasionally, I like to go on other channels that do this sort of thing and see how they do it. And so there's 2 things that I've had a question about, and I wonder how y'all feel about it too. One is, do we need to have an overhead camera? Do we need to have a camera that just looks down? I think it's kind of hit or miss. Personally, I find the overhead shots to be a little not all that good sometimes.
I think it really depends on the mat
Yeah.
that we're playing with.
Yeah.
I remember appreciating it in the past.
You actually liked it, Vern.
Yeah, when you had it in the past.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like you're saying, it's not an end all.
Yeah. So I guess hard to see from above. I like the overhead cam myself, Josh says. So I guess that's good feedback. I'd like to know where you guys are at on that.
It's a nice establishing shot.
It's a nice sort of establishing shot just to kind of see everything, around the table. But it's almost better for seeing the terrain than seeing the miniatures.
Yes.
Because from that, you have to be so far zoomed out that all you really see is the terrain. You can't actually see the miniatures, or you can't really tell who's who, on those overhead shots. But so it's pros and cons.
Yeah.
Could use overhead just to start, just to show the setup. Yeah, and go to it occasionally, I guess, when we needed to kind of talk to it. But
Well, it was always fun to, it'd be fun to hear you say, and now for the Cooner Beans blimp cam, this is what we have.
that's right. That's right. That's
Now
right.
it's been grounded.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
And then the other one was a dedicated dice cam. Now, I don't think we actually have the wherewithal to do all of them. We could potentially add one more camera. I actually prefer watching our videos over a lot of them that are watching. Definitely that one we were watching last night. That was rough. They basically had an overhead camera, but they didn't really have a camera that just shot the table like we do.
Yeah, they just had like this shot and an overhead, and that was it.
Yeah, and that was rough. That was really hard to follow and really hard to watch. But I really like those sorts of views. Like I like being able to see the action and look at the table like that. That is way more meaningful for me to see that than to see this, right?
I think that was actually better than their shot.
Yeah, this is actually better than the shot that we saw on there. But
again, the green mat always shows up so much better
than the brown.
Because it just washes it out and it's hard to see anything.
Yeah. So I think we can add one more camera. I think we could get away with that. And I'm just trying to decide, would an overhead shot be worth it? Or would a dedicated dice cam be worth it?
I don't think the dice cam is worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I know in your videos that you have from the past, you would have a dedicated dice cam.
Yeah.
Or you would at least move the camera over so we could see the dice rolling.
Uh-huh.
But that's not really any different from the way you've been rolling it right there by the action, which I like.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of live plays are boring and hard to follow. Dice cam not needed, Clyde says.
Yeah.
Really don't need the dice cam. Jim Stutz says. Josh F says no need for dice cam. I think the way that we do it, and although it means we have to kind of make sure we plan for it, and I know that there are times when we get off to the side or maybe it's sitting too far away that it's hard to see. But I don't know. Great shooty Vern. Yeah, Vern was just like shooting him down today. That worked out really well. What does Telemachus say there? I don't think anyone has found the perfect camera formula, but it also depends on the game. Yeah, and within our budget, within what we can do, I couldn't add both anyway. Like there's not within what we have available to work with. This dice cam adds to the experience because we have our dice right there on the table, right near the action. We're not switching to another camera, and that could be boring. I've also seen people that do it as an insert, like they have a dedicated insert.
But a lot of the time when it is
there.
that, it's hard to see the dice anyway.
Yeah.
So you're just watching them roll it, but it's no,
Yeah.
I don't often have my glasses on when we're playing when you're playing those videos.
Yeah.
But I don't get
just get a hamster and a GoPro cam strapped to its head. I like that idea.
We could do the cat.
We could do Padawan, but it would just lay there. It would never move.
Well, it's fine.
Better than that, I think maybe we could put a helmet on Max and just let him run around the room. And that would probably...
Okay, everyone would probably die from being sick. And it would just show like Legos and boogers.
The Max cam. There you go.
It's not going to show a lot of this. It's just going to go around the table.
Action to the max. I like your dice down overhead. I like your dice down overhead is the way to go. So DW likes the overhead. I guess it would be which dice or which camera. I don't know. I don't know which camera we're going to use if we used.
Based off this discussion on there,
Uh-huh.
no dice cam. If we're gonna add something, add an overhead.
Okay. All right.
Because I haven't seen a single person say, "Gee, I just love that dedicated dice cam."
Okay. All right. Some food for thought, And I'm not sure that we could. I would prefer an overhead over the dice cam. Ray says good for establishing shots. Dave, I think that you guys are on the right track. Some tweaking.
Here and there could work.
Probably
Tweaking, I bet is
Oh,
what
tweaking.
I bet is what that was supposed to.
Because they're not
say.
called tweeting anymore.
I still call it tweeting.
Well, bless your heart.
I still tweet.
I think they're.
I don't. I come from an era when calling something X-rated wasn't actually a good thing. So
Right.
I don't
Dice
do the
twerking. There you
X.
go.
Dice twerking.
I don't think it's called Xing either. That sounds
You could be Xing, which is also was
sounds
not.
awfully close to something.
Yeah. So that's not something I'll say either. I'll stick with tweeting. I'm back.
Yeah,
Guess I missed. Okay. Yeah, action.
That's on Dave's only.
That's on Dave's OnlyFans, the dice twerking. All right,
Oh,
everybody.
dear.
Thank you so much for your feedback. And if you're watching this video after the lives, just leave a comment down below and let us know. There was something I was talking about giving away. Is this reached the point that we need to try and give it
No,
away?
she's still good.
Still good for a couple more games?
Yeah, so
All
she's
right.
a little.
All right. Bessie says that the
We can give it away next month on my birthday.
oh,
I think my birthday's on a Sunday,
is it?
possibly.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Don't touch her.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I think it is on a Sunday. All right, so we'll within the next few weeks or so, we'll look at probably giving away a cursed item on try and get it out of here because it's getting beat up.
She's not cursed.
This needs to be a 3-camera job. Hosts' reactions are part of the deal.
Yeah, like you do now.
Yeah. It would be fun, I think, if we had someone here that was just dedicated to switching, but there's no way that we could, kind of pull that off. It seems like
Well, you
kind
guys-
of a boring job. But if we had someone here that was just here to be like the technical director and switch between, shots.
Where go? Go to camera 2. Go to camera 2.
Yeah.
You guys have that down though. You don't need that type of help.
We
Sometimes when
Yeah.
I'm playing, though, sometimes it's like, oh
it's
yeah.
easy to get excited and getting into the game.
I start watching the
and,
game.
Yeah,
and I'm
then we
like,
forget what shot we're on, and we've been pointed at.
Or
the
Dave
ceiling
thinks
the
he
whole time.
hits the 4 and he's holding that camera around, and you just see him showing it. You don't actually see the.
Yeah. I think I hit 4, and I'm sitting here doing this, and over here's this, and over here's this, and over here's this, and I go, oh wait, I wasn't on that camera the whole time. Tell me how you're liking the young Hellboy setting. I think maybe we'll do at least one more scenario. I don't know that I have anybody. I'll have to double check. I don't know that we have anybody signed up for next week. We'll have to get somebody signed up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the holiday weekend.
Oh, that's a
Also
holiday
consider-
weekend. We'll have to see.
consider
We'll have to
too-
see. All right.
It-
Need the Pulp Alley blimp. Yeah.
And
So we
also
might look at what it's going to take to get the Skycam hooked up again and see what I could do there.
What was that, Vern?
and also consider, trying out some of your spells.
Yep.
Yeah, that would definitely be fun.
That's a good. Need a drone. You know what? That's not a bad idea, Jam. We could maybe get a drone and have it just like hovering around the table and flying around
I
the
don't
table.
like that.
That would be cool.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
Also, are you just gonna sit there and fiddle?
I'm sure we could put it on remote where it just does AI, where it just does its own thing.
Do you know how much that costs? You're better luck to have Max run around with just it in his hand.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. All right, Bessie, play us out of here. Vern, hang on for a second and we'll chat a little bit.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Dave,
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Bessie,
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Vern.